We are on our Nyanza region tour with the expectation that tomorrow we'll be in Siaya, Kisumu, and then go back to Nyamira, where we were unable to do last week. From our security engagement this morning with the security team, we've come to the conclusion that, again, Homabay County is a very extremely important county with the various economic activities. It is the county with the largest largest size of the lake that is on part of Kenya, Lake Victoria in Kenyan side. So it has a very long lake stretch, and we appreciate the fact that we have this because it informs the economic activity, the main economic activity here, which is fishing. And a lot of work has been done by the government of Kenya to invest in the fishing sector, landing bays, and various investments related to making this lake more viable in terms of as a transport also hub. And so the piers that has been built here and others that are being worked on, we appreciate the investment that the government is putting in the fishing sector. And but also there lies challenges that we have as a result of these economic activities. We need greater presence of the security team at the lake. So of great concern for us is the strength that we have in the Coast Guard plus the Border Patrol Unit. There is an ongoing procurement process for modernization, and we have agreed that we need more boats to man the lake. We appreciate also His Excellency's engagement with President Museveni on the joint management of the Lake Victoria. And from an East African perspective, that will resolve many other issues in terms of competition, the fighting over borders, and the issue of harassment of fisher folks. And that is an issue that we continue to follow. There has been a great improvement with the establishment of Coast Guard, but there is need to be greater presence. It's not enough to have Border Patrol Unit in Muru Bay. We also want to have a presence in Sena and other parts of the lake. This is a discussion that, we've already had in Busia. I'm sure it will come up tomorrow in Siaya and Kisumu later. The second issue is that because of also the porous border that we have, or porous border, properly unmanned, we have a lot of contraband that come to this county. And the challenge we have here is that some of the goods that are brought here are actually substandard unadulterated alcohol. We have also drugs, especially marijuana. And it is also an issue of great concern. We have agreed on a continuation of a joint operation. We have a very good working multi-agency team here that is dealing with the drug trafficking and proliferation of illicit alcohol. And we have agreed that this should be enhanced with a greater engagement with the community. The third issue that is of concern for us in Homabay is the issue of criminal gangs and goons. It's been of great concern in this county. I am very happy with the progress that has been made by the security team, a lot of which has reduced the number of cases related to criminal gangs. I'm happy with the cooperation of the members of public, young people who have been engaged and they have accepted to cooperate with the security team. We've said that there should be greater regulation of our border sector, and we are encouraging self-regulation. We want to see that the County Transport Committee is working, but we also want to see that the border sectors are organized around circles that can be accountable, and we want them to make sure that the leadership of borders in this county and across the country are being incorporated in sub-county security meetings for purpose of enhancing collaboration. And to deal with this goons issue also, we are happy to note that there is a great understanding among leadership in this area that it is important to have a peaceful environment for campaigning and political competition that is issue-based and that can respect the rights of all the other citizens. We have we are glad that the security team, where they have found gang members who are carrying machetes and clubs and other crude weapons, that they have been dealt with decisively, and the courts have, the DPP has taken the step to charge them in a court of law. Some have been convicted, some their cases are ongoing. We shall continue doing so. Law enforcement is extremely important in deterring those who would be interested in entering into this field. I'm happy also because of there are farming activities here, and there are many other economic activities, markets, and the government has invested heavily in this county in terms of roads, in terms of markets, in terms of revitalization of lake-related projects. And we need to just continue working together. There is a good, close working relationship between county and national government, and between the elected leaders and the national administration. And we are encouraging this to continue. Our objective is to ensure that Jukwaa la Usalama is not one-off meeting where the cabinet secretary comes to visit here, but it should also include, and we want to institutionalize within the bottom-up economic transformation agenda as a mechanism of resolving cases that are bothering the people of this county, the last county and every part of the country. And therefore, Jukwaa la Usalama will be devolved or decentralized to the local level and will become part and parcel of our strategies of managing security issues across the country. The last thing I'd like to say is that like many other counties, like the rest of the counties in the western part of the country and Nyanza, defilement remains a very serious issue. Even all the way to Bomet, defilement is a big issue. The prevalence of defilement cases here is also promoted by repugnant cultural practices, including the disco matanga, which has been banned in this area. Many of the children that are defiled are actually affected mostly during holidays. We will, during the Jukwaa itself, we will engage our chiefs and assistant chiefs to see how best we can engage community, particularly those who try to resolve these problems using alternative dispute resolution mechanism. These are high crimes. We do not want community to hide the perpetrators. Some of the reasons why they hide them is because they are relatives, and they are people who have a fiduciary responsibility to protect these young people, whether they are teachers, religious leaders, family members, and we want to make sure that the entire society is supporting the law enforcement agencies in dealing with cases of defilement and gender-based violence, which is also affecting many parts of our country. I think that is a fair summary of these issues. We are here with our two PSs. We have, of course, Dr. Raymond Omolo, who is the son of the soil, who comes from this county, and we are very happy to have him. And as a ministry, we are lucky to have him as part and parcel of our security architecture, and he's been doing a good job previously with His Excellency the Deputy President, and when I joined the ministry, we have had a very wonderful working relations, and we have also our PS for citizen services, immigration and citizen services, and the very reason why he's here is because this is a very important day. It is Global Identification Day. Is it called Identification Day? Yes, Identification Day. Yeah, and this is celebrated globally. And after this, we are going to 1 hour before we start our Jukwaa process to celebrate this National ID Day. There are so many people. It's estimated that over 1 million people in Kenya of adult age, and I'm not talking about those who have just turned 18, 19, 20. I'm saying people who are 30, 40, who have not taken ID. It's estimated that over 1 million people are just living within Kenya without ID. Therefore, they cannot be employed, they can't get share, they cannot vote. There are so many rights they don't exercise, and the benefits they don't get from their own country because they don't have national ID. And it's important that we emphasize this fact and ask many Kenyans to work together to make sure that everybody gets their is identified so that they can get right services. the discussion we are going to have with chiefs and assistant chiefs, who are actually the chiefs are the ones who play a critical role in recommending persons for identification, is that this exercise, they must walk around all their locations to identifying these people and helping them access these services, including those who are vulnerable, like persons with disabilities. Some of them are just being hidden by family members and they are not recognized and identified, and they could have as easily benefited from the support that government extends to persons with disabilities. So, and I think that is all. That is enough for now, because we have a lot of content that will come from the next two forums. And but of course, I am happy to take questions, like three questions. Yeah, introduce yourself and media house.
My name is Eric.
Okay.